On the last episode of my Road to Masters, I was at 78 LP and I was in the middle of a LeBlanc game. I explained that despite my MMR being pretty bad, I found myself nearing the top of Diamond 5. And that's where today's episode begins. Remember to click the link in the description to check out BATTLEFY.com, a website that allows any average player to compete in an online League of Legends tournament, potentially win prizes, and get a feel for what it feels like to put your skills to the test and play in a competitive environment. Whether you aspire to be a pro at League of Legends or just have fun in a friendly tournament, I highly recommend trying out this website. So lucky me, my jungler does give me some solid presence, and so I get ahead in lane. Because of that, I'm able to transition that into a roaming presence for my bot lane. I'm able to pick off the Ez here, probably a waste of my flash, and then I see Rammus coming, so I chase down the Thresh. Me and my jungler then see Jace overextending, and we pick up yet another kill for me. Using this advantage, we decide to start invading. You know, I thought we could 2v2 pretty much anyone because I was so fed, but I do fuck up my combo here. I completely miss my W onto the Jace, and with his Hex Drinker and the help of a Gangplank ult, it ends up backfiring. However, we did have complete control over bot side, so we pick up a Fire Drake here, and we end up getting some kills when they try to contest. And I just continued to pick them off at this point because I was really ahead. Despite all these kills though, we weren't really able to push objectives, so the game's actually pretty tight at this point. A team fight does break out in the mid lane, and I managed to 1v1 the GP, but then I have to run because I was low. With Ken and Rammus and LeBlanc, we kept going for hard engages, and it works out really nicely here, and we end up forcing a Baron afterward. And then after we recall with Baron, their Zac must have been tilted or something because he kind of just feeds and then loses the game for them.
Stay polite, too late to change the state of mind. Lights out, black on, too hard to find. Hops in his car, that's a bad blessing. Long night ahead, now she's mad stressing. Time's on their side, but they're still shaking. Gun in their hands, money for the...
So now I'm at Diamond 5, 96 LP, and it's time for another Lee Sin game. So it starts off with me ganking mid at level 3, which I don't normally do, but Veigar did ask for help. He lands the stun, we're able to kill the Diana. He has barrier, so he's able to get away with flash, and just before the bear gets to him, I flash W to save him. And here's where it gets interesting. I'm almost positive that I'm able to get this kill on Volibear, and the Veigar stun just barely misses, and let's freeze it. What should I do in this situation? Should I chase him, or should I let him go? The answer is obviously I should have let him go. Think about it, if I just let him go, I could have gone and taken his jungle while he recalled, which would have sent him just as far back with less risk, but as a Lee Sin player, sometimes you get a little carried away. So I focus on mid lane this game because they were trying to camp Veigar. I mean, obviously Veigar scares really well. You don't want to just let him free farm. And I use an awkward combo here. I R-flash the Diana, but I didn't expect Veigar to put his stun out right when I did that, so it was kind of a waste. We do manage to get him, and I killed the Volibear, so it does work out nicely.
For the draw, money for the taking. Then he feels
Yet again, I find myself mid lane. This time Vigar does die, but we get the 1-for-1 on Diana.
say hello to my good friend. See, he's all I know. Running hard, ain't no show. This is a hold.
Just kidding, I'm greedy as hell and it ends up being a 2-for-2. So I finally make my way bot, I get the kill secure onto Vayne, and we're able to take bot turret from that.
This is a hold up. Hope you just know that we still to survive.
And because we killed their jungler in the process, this was the perfect time to go into their jungle and get vision. But I get greedy once again, and I try to make a pick on the Morgana here. Honestly, the decision was fine, but I just didn't execute. It was probably one of the most boosted plays I've made this whole season. And yeah, I die for it. Stupid.
Can't help but feeling human. Looked up at Wall Street millionaires.
We did have a really fed Triss this game though, so I kept going for the plays when I saw Triss around, and we get a nice play on the Morgana here.
See, he's all I know. Running hard, ain't no show.
So we get a nice pick onto their bot lane here, and this is the turning point in the game. What is the right call? Well, if you look at the minimap here, you see Diana's pushing bot, and their Volibear, Vayne, and Morgana are all dead. So it seems like a really easy call to me. It's Baron. You go Baron. Like, we have 4 alive, we're all healthy, and the only person that can really contest right now is their top laner, who is Gnar. The problem is Quinn goes to defend bot lane, so Diana just leaves and comes to help at Baron. So a 4v1 now turns into a 3v2, and on top of that, our bot lane just took way too long to come to Baron, so I get really chunked. Honestly, I should have called the Baron off when I noticed this, because Baron's one of those things where you just have to commit to it all in, or if one person isn't on the same page, it can fuck up the whole call. I should have seen that and said, okay, fuck it, we're not taking Baron. But I felt like we needed to do something rash, like we needed to make something happen, and it does cost us the game. So back to Diamond 5, 73 LP, but you know what? I'm still feeling really good about my play. Despite losing that game as Lee, I got a burst of confidence and just said to myself, fuck it, man. I can do better than this. My Lee Sin is better than this. It's time to just let loose.
Jesus Christ is my nigga.
But it's time to come back down to earth because we're back in my promos to Diamond 4 boys, and I'm determined to win these. Unfortunately, I get my off roll this game, but I've been playing really well with LeBlanc as well as Lee Sin, so I really wasn't that worried. So I get ganked by Rammus here early on in the game, and I'm looking at Ezreal's health, and I'm thinking if he comes near me, I can just finish him off. So honestly, I just kind of bait him, and I get the first blood. And I go for a trade here on Ezreal, but I didn't realize that I basically killed him with one combo, but luckily Vi comes in and finishes him off for me. And at this point, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to carry. So I keep going really aggressive onto Ezreal here. I know I have a kill here. I think that I can get out with Flash, but I do die to his Ignite, but he dies to mine too.
Niggas bumping Waka Flocka, Grammys go to 2 Chains. I ain't really that impressed when it comes to new names, and that's just up and down from my crown to my shoestrings. A veteran but feeling like a rookie, about to take everything they owe, I'm like a bookie. And you made a bad bet, want what I ain't had yet, caught up in these issues, magnets.
And once again, I'm ahead on LeBlanc, so I decided to roam top lane this time because that was the only lane doing really bad. And though the Rumble does get a kill on her Vi here, it's still worth in my opinion. So a problem that I have in this game is I do get overly aggressive at times. That's just a part of my playstyle. You know, it's okay to have that playstyle if I can just know my limits a little bit better. The problem is sometimes it's a bad decision, and that's kind of what happens here. I really liked my bot lane this game though because they were on the same page with me. We were both super aggressive, and we just kept going and getting more kills. And next thing you know, we're taking a tier 2 turret.
I call it trap music, and I'm aware that life it isn't fair, getting nothing in return. I'm just trying to bring back to it. And hip hop confirmed all my fears. Plus my mama teaching kindergarten about 20 years now. I gotta go and worry.
So then we're going for a Fire Drake. We didn't think that they would be there to contest, but they were. So we kind of get trapped. I see Sona land a really nice ult though, so I go back in. And honestly, we just outplayed them here.
And now I'll just pray you remember me. Can't tell if you my friend or my enemy.
And despite our Gnar being behind, he was creating a lot of pressure for us top lane. So I roam up, I get my easy kill onto Ezreal, and then I notice that Lucian and Vi are pushing bot lane and no one is back to defend. So we just keep fighting, we stop their backs, and we end up ending the game off of that. So on to game 2 and 1 game away from Diamond 4. And it starts off pretty well.
Running in circles, never leave me alone. Say I don't answer the messages or pick up my phone. Say we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Tell me your stories but don't leave out the lies, cause I know I got some problems and I'm open to mine. So we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Talking about somebody rolling, Boulevard dining, making it count for efforts I can't explain.
But as the game digresses, their bot lane just absolutely destroyed our bot lane, and we found ourselves actually in a pretty big hole.
Nothing, been chasing a stereotypical fantasy, acting like everything happens for reasons. Still I just might hit. Been making me lose my mind, but telling myself why the hell did I write shit. When you sit there with your long legs, but bitching about something I don't know. Then you walk away realizing it's so predictable where we just won't go. And that's wedding bells in a chapel. Been nibbling on the wrong apple. Living life emotions you never can manage. They picking me out of a raffle. Number 1 heartache coming from memories. Number 2 pencil style. We straight now. Going opposite ways, these opposite days are making me think what to say now, and that's real.
And then I look at Baron Pit and see 2 of them by themselves while our whole team is together, so I make the call to go and pick them off.
Need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Tell me your stories but don't leave out the lies, cause I know I got some problems and I'm open to mine. So we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone.
And through that we're able to pick up an Elder Drake. But the enemy team was pretty smart, and since we all had to back after Drake, they made a counter Baron call, and they actually got it. And this was really bad because they had a really fed Lucian, so they ended up just sieging top turret.
$1,000 in my pocket, like fine, that's good for me now. I say fuck it, I'm taking my shit to some levels and bringing my friends overseas.
We did manage to hold them off and win a fight though, and so the game digresses further.
Back to the surface, rocking the stage. You think I'm just cocky, but really I'm drowning inside, feeling nervous. Sound of the violins of the alarm clock. They waking me up when the harm stops.
But death timers were really high at this point, so we actually ended up going down and taking a mid inhib.
I feel like you fine with this, and I'm mad as hell, but I cry for this. Just wasting my time, but it feels It's my game, spit a rhyme to this, and that's real. Running in circles, never leave me alone. Say I don't answer the...
And so after mid starts to pressure from the inhib, we make the call to rotate top, which was the right call, but they do a nice play here, and Annie gets the flash Tibber stun. And through that, they're able to take Baron, which translated into 3 inhibitors, which translated into a free Elder Drake, and the game just looks lost at this point. And then this happens. I pull off the one-shot combo on the Fizz, and it's back to defending the base. I noticed that they're all extremely low, and it's so late in the game that if we kill them, we actually have a chance. So I go in, and I get the kill on Karma, and I just barely get off the Zhonyas. Jhin shuts down the Lucian, so wait a sec, can we win this game? So I just tell him, fuck it, just go, try and end the game, because honestly, this is the last chance that we have, and let's see what happens.
That it feels right.
Behind 3 inhibs, Baron, and an Elder Drake, somehow, some way, by some divine power, we end up winning the game, and I get promoted to Diamond 4 once more. That is the end of the video, though. I'm super pumped to be back in Diamond 4. Hopefully, I can keep this momentum. Follow me on Twitter, guys, because I'm close to 1,000 followers, and I want you guys who watch me religiously to stay connected with me outside of YouTube, so go follow me on Twitter. Link for my Twitter is in the description. Thank you guys so much once more. Until next time.
For us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella loved. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot call.